It's the Riot Podcast. This is the Thursday, August 3rd edition. In today's show, we talk about moving wedding dates. We talk about what the Ocean Gate CEO or founder is doing next, and a whole lot more. But first, a big announcement from us here at Radio U, and that is the Radio U Fantasy Football League is back.
Boom!
It's up there. If you go on the Radio U socials, at Radio U Official on Instagram, you should see an announcement on the Radio U Facebook page. It's everywhere. It's your chance if you sign up quickly. It might even be filled by the time you get there. I don't know. It filled up quickly last time around.
Oh, it's up now? People can sign up?
Yeah.
Sign-ups are open?
Yeah, sign-ups are open.
Oh, I didn't know sign-ups were open.
Yeah, they might even be... They're open. They might have been closed because by the time you're listening to this, it may have filled up very, very quickly. It did last year. It's your chance to play against us as Radio U DJ. So obviously, Isaiah and I, we're in the league. We also have Nene playing. He's a real wild card, big into football. Sydney from the afternoons. Big Country, Tyler from the afternoons. JR from evenings here on Radio U. We got everybody involved.
Everybody's in.
And it's your chance to play against us.
So the big question is what's the prize?
Oh, it's bragging rights.
We didn't schedule out a prize.
Yeah, well, think about how upset people get even when it's a completely free league with nothing at stake except for bragging rights, and people get upset about that. Imagine how upset people would get if there was money involved.
Can you imagine the treachery that would happen?
It would tear Radio U apart, probably. I don't think we could withstand that.
People would come and try to burn down this building if you or I won.
That's right.
For a fact. Because they'd be like, you guys just cheated. That's what they would say.
Yeah, you cooked the books. You tilted the scales.
You edited something. So no prizes.
Shaved points.
We can't handle prizes here.
No, yeah. It's for fun, and it is fun. We have a real good time. Last year was a real good time. None of us actually did wind up winning. It was somebody named Tiffany. So
Tiffany, congratulations.
Who knows who it'll be this year? Could be you. I'm gonna say unlikely because it's probably gonna be me, but it could be anybody listening right now if they go sign up for their chance to win in the Radio U Fantasy Football League.
So since Tiffany won last year, does that mean she's banned this year? She cannot return? She's not allowed to play?
Yeah, she can play if she wants.
I don't know. If she won last year, I'd like to win this year.
Well, you got to take her
Let's
down,
cut
maybe.
the competition.
You might have to take her down.
Fair enough. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with a little bit of competition. I remember playing last year, and I actually got knocked out by Tiffany, so I have a little bit of a grudge.
There you go.
Grudge against her. We were in the Final Four. She beat me, then went on to beat Nene, I think. Yeah, it was a rough time for me.
You know, it's funny for me. I mean, what was that? That ended about, I guess it would be 8 months ago or so. It ended. And I was so invested at the time. And now I know I didn't win. But other than that, do I remember? Like, I know I did well, but I don't really remember that much about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember anything about it.
Like, all the time I put in. And since I didn't win, I don't even remember what I did.
Yeah, but that's the fun part about it is you really care about it in the moment.
Yeah. It gives you something to look forward to.
What are we calling this? It's called like the is there a name? Is there a name for it? We have a name?
The Radio U Fantasy Football League.
Is that what it's called? I didn't know if there was like a name for it. Like a catchy name. Do we have something? The U League?
Let me see.
Not like the G League, but it's the U League.
Nene is in charge of that. It's Radio U's League for You.
You like that?
Oh, yeah.
Radio U's League for You. We'll workshop that. I'm sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, we might need to talk to Nene.
We'll work on that. I thought it was going to be something much better than what we have. Radio U's League for You.
You know what we should call it? This is obvious. The UFL.
Way better name already. Yeah. The UFL. I like it already.
Work on that.
That makes way more sense.
All right. Well, sign up if you can. At least go look and see if there's still spaces open on the Radio U official Instagram and Facebook page. You should see links posted there for your chance to be a part of the Radio U Fantasy Football League. We're really excited for football season. Tonight's a Hall of Fame game. Jets and Browns. Super into it. And so, football season, it's finally really here.
Oh, we're pumped. Lots of good stuff in the show for y'all today, so enjoy.
Enjoy. We'll catch you next time.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Isaiah, you got to thank your lucky stars today. You ever just sit there and thank your lucky stars?
Oh, I do every day.
You especially got to do that today that you don't live in China. Actually, you know what? You're not under 18, so this wouldn't affect you, but any teenager today needs to sit and thank their lucky stars that they don't live in China.
And where?
In China.
China?
The country of China.
Got it.
Because in China, they have some new, fairly strict rules for minors, for teenagers, for those underage in regards to using the internet, using their phone. And we've heard this from China before, where they, they've cut down on how much children are allowed to play video games, when and where and what time and all that. And now they're getting a little more strict. So under the new rules set down by the Chinese government, they are saying that if you're between the ages of 16 and 18, you would be limited to 2 hours of phone usage each day.
2 hours?
2 hours is it.
So you either pick video games or phone?
And if I guess you could do both if you play games on your phone.
I guess so.
But actually, wouldn't it be better to split those out so you get more screen time?
Because you think about, too, and you can't do it between 10 and 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
It's bedtime.
10 p.m. and 6 a.m., yeah. Well, you shouldn't be up at that time anyways. Go to bed.
Dang, that's crazy. So even, between 16 and 18.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, our kids would never do that.
Yeah, in the United States, that would never fly.
They would never fly. Can you imagine the people getting upset over that? They'd be so mad. The kids would be.
Yeah, and you know what? If that happened in the United States, it'd be similar because you'd have no, what do you do if you're 17 years old? You can't vote. You can't be like, I'll show you, Senator. What would you do?
You just gotta wait it out.
Yeah.
The long game, baby.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta wait it out for the long game.
Just you wait till the next time you come up for election and I'm finally voting eligible. I'll show you for not letting me play Fortnite.
Yeah, the backlash would be crazy. But at the same time, how do you enforce it?
I don't know.
It has to be the parents.
I think there's got to be you probably have to put in an age on your phone somehow. You probably have to verify something.
Ooh, that'd be smart.
It's China. They monitor everything, right?
That's smart. Yeah,
they're probably spying on you.
Because if they did the same thing here, there would just be parents that just wouldn't enforce it.
Yeah, right. We're not that invasive here in the United States. In China, they probably have some kind of thing that monitors your phone. They know how old you are, and then after you've been on it for 2 hours or at 10 p.m. every night, then the prime minister or whatever they call the leader of China probably pops onto the phone and says, "Go to bed," and then it just
pops up his face on the screen.
A recording, not him. Maybe every night at 10, he'd just do his live thing, time for all children to go to bed. I don't know.
What he solely puts all the children to bed.
Yeah, 10 p.m. You just get
good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night from what they call him, Winnie the Pooh. I do know that. I don't know if he's a president or prime minister. I know they call him Winnie the Pooh, though.
Nobody does it better. The Riot, Radio U.
We all remember fairly recently the Ocean Gate tragedy, the Titanic submersible. They called it Titan that imploded. Very sad. Very sad. 4 people and the CEO of Ocean Gate, the company behind the submersible, perished. A horrible, horrible thing.
Yeah, it was big in the news. There's no way you haven't heard of it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know this, though, that Ocean Gate, the company, yet again, that was behind that was in charge of that submersible, they have a co-founder. His name is Guillermo Sonline. He, co-founder, of course, was not in the submersible that imploded earlier this year. He's got some more ideas.
Oh, he thinks this is the time to be tossing those kind of things out here?
Yeah. He was recently interviewed by Insider, and in the interview, he declared that he has an interest in sending people to the planet Venus.
What could go wrong?
Exactly. He would love to send 1,000 people to a floating space colony in the atmosphere of the the planet of Venus by the year 2050.
2050?
Yeah, in the next 27 years, he thinks we can put a floating space colony. He thinks he's capable.
You would think that he would wait. I mean, 2050, we've got 25 years. Maybe announce this in like 5 or 10 years when things have really blown over.
Yeah, when people have forgotten about the terrible tragedy that
just happened like a month ago.
That was honestly kind of surprising that he doesn't have to bear any responsibility for that.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, he's the co-founder. But at the same time, in his mind, this is going to sound messed up. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Love when things sound messed up.
Like, he's been waiting for this moment for him to be in charge, you know? So this is when he's finally in charge of it, and he gets to call the shots. You know, he's had a million ideas, and he's been probably saying Venus for years now. And so he's like, you know what? I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to do the Venus trip. And so he was so excited that he just couldn't let it escape his mouth. He should have waited another year.
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Maybe he's had people saying no to his dumb ideas all this time. And like, you know, generally keeping him from more disasters. Who knows what other
but now he's in
terrible
charge.
things could have happened if people weren't saying no to this guy. But now he's got free reign.
It's like if you left the riot and it was just me in charge here.
It'd be a disaster.
You know how many stupid things we would do every day that are my ideas? So many. And I would do them the first day that Hudson was gone. I would say, you know what? I've been holding out on all these ideas that I've had because Hudson wouldn't let me, and now I'm reigning them all free.
Yeah, and that's what this guy, the co-founder of OceanGate, wants to send people to Venus, probably based off of, you know, the quality and standards that were set forth for the Titan submersible. He's probably thinking of making a spacecraft out of like egg cartons and aluminum foil and sending people off and just seeing what happens.
1,000 seems like a lot.
Yeah. A lot
Considering
of people
their last trip was like 4.
Yeah, and they couldn't even do that right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not liking this idea.
Who's going to trust this guy?
That's what I'm thinking. Who's going to
pony up? It's not going to be cheap.
And you know it's going to be expensive, too. That's the crazy part. People are going to pay thousands of millions probably of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, space travel sounds cool, but not with this. Not this guy.
Not with OceanGate, unfortunately.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
You ever do the thing where you want to look thinner for somebody with your shirt off, and so you suck in?
Oh, if I've taken a photo of me?
Yeah, you like suck in your stomach a little bit.
I'll do more of like I don't think about as much like sucking in the stomach as I do like puff in the chest.
Puff out the chest.
I guess it's the same action.
It kind of a little bit.
Yeah, if I'm puffing out the chest, it's the same action as tightening
I think they're different.
It's still sucking in the stomach.
They're definitely different. Sucking in your stomach, it's something that people have been known to do, but did you know that it actually can be very harmful to your health?
If you suck in your stomach?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
For what, a photo?
It depends how much you do it. If you're doing it every so often, like if we're just doing it now to test it, we're going to be fine. But if you routinely are making a habit of sucking in your stomach to try to, I don't know, impress somebody like for a long period of time, it could actually lead to something pretty dangerous. They call it hourglass syndrome, which you can also get. There's other health reasons that you could get this, but if you're getting it a very avoidable way, if you get hourglass syndrome from sucking your stomach in, here's what happens. It creates a visible crease in your abdomen, in your stomach area, like across horizontally.
Oh, kind of like when you have like rolls and you like sit down for a while, then you stand up and you get that line across your stomach.
Yeah, you're going to get that line on your stomach, and it will also pull your belly button like so that it's facing upwards.
Upwards, huh?
Yeah.
So not an outie, not an innie.
Yeah.
But an uppie.
An uppie. Yeah. So it's looking towards the sky. This is what doctors are warning about, because apparently when you suck in your stomach, if you do that repeatedly over a while, like a significant period of time, it's putting strain on muscles that it's basically the kind of idea of when your parents would say, if you make faces like that, your face is going to get stuck like that. Apparently, it's true when it comes to your stomach.
Oh, funny faces, huh?
Yeah. Apparently, that's true when it comes to your abdomen. It puts strain, sucking it in, puts strain on the pelvic floor And so not only can it also cause hourglass syndrome, but listen to this. You know what the pelvic floor does?
What's that do?
You know what those muscles do?
What do they do?
They control the bladder.
Ooh.
They control the uterus. They control the rectum.
Oh, so then you just lose. You lose control?
Yeah, you can start losing control. They say it's reversible if you already have hourglass syndrome. That's good to know. But I'm telling you right now, if you think that it's worth it, suck it in your stomach. Apparently, according to doctors, researchers, they say think twice before you go ahead and do that, because you might one day have rectum problems. Apparently,
stop sucking in that belly.
Yeah,
just puff the chest, baby. Puff, puff the chest.
Just embrace it.
Oh, hi there.
This worst of the riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
I've got a guy here on Reddit who has a little marriage dilemma. You ever heard of the rock band Tool?
Vaguely familiar.
They've been around since the 90s. They've been around a long time. And so here's this guy on Reddit. He says he and his wife are going to get married. They've set their wedding date for this October. But then here's the problem. Tool is coming to town on the very same day that they were planning to get married. He says, so I told my wife I don't want to get married on the 3rd because that's when Tool is in town. And then that led to the worst fight of our lives. She went to live with her parents, and it seems that all her relatives are on her side. What should I do?
I'm in danger.
Shocker there, buddy. You're in big trouble.
Yeah, that's trouble right there.
I would say that you shouldn't have been so surprised that she'd be against that.
Yeah.
Like, how silly are you?
Yeah, it's
obviously
a concert.
You can't move your wedding day. It's October 3rd is when Tool comes to town.
Uh-huh.
What's today? August 1st?
It seems
2nd,
a little
3rd?
late. Seems a little late.
Aren't your invitations out, man? It seems like it's way late.
Yeah. So,
And a Tool concert? Really? I looked up the tickets.
Uh-huh.
$430 a piece. Pretty pricey.
Ouch. Yeah, people love Tool.
Yeah, I guess that much. But Loveland, Colorado, yeah, you're in trouble. I think this was a very stupid idea.
Well, here's the question then. It is a stupid idea. It's too late. It's a concert. I don't think, I'd struggle to think of a concert that might be worth it to move a wedding day. But here's the question. Maybe we can open up the Riot hotline for this as well.
877-2-RADIO-U.
Can you think of any event that could be announced after you had chosen your wedding date that would warrant moving the wedding date? Let's think about it. Don't answer. Don't be too hasty.
Yet?
Don't be too hasty. Think about it. 877-2-RADIO-U. If you can name something, any event that could be announced on your wedding date where you might be like, oh, maybe we'll move the wedding. We can do it another time. 877-2-RADIO-U.
Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
Question is there any event that can be announced that would be big enough to move a wedding where you would decide, we'll postpone the wedding, we'll push it off, we'll move it around somehow because we got to be a part of this thing. People are texting in. The whole reason is because some guy wanted to move his wedding date because of a Tool concert. That one, we put the veto on that.
Ex-nay that guy.
That's no good. Fortunately, I bet you he won't get married on the day that Tool is coming to town.
Oh, he'll be able to go to the concert
He'll
for
be
sure.
able to. I think he probably will.
He's free now.
Good chance. So texts are coming in. Philip says, birth of a child. As part of the people that are getting married, or like either a family member?
It's got to be the people getting married.
Well, if a family, like let's say your maid of honor, your sister is about to give birth. Yeah, because what if she had to miss the thing?
You got to miss it.
That's ridiculous.
I'm not moving my whole wedding because my brother's having a baby.
Jessica says the bride goes into labor.
Yes, that's appropriate.
Car accident.
How serious?
and a fair discovery. Well, that's obvious. Clearly.
Oh, a fair discovery? Yeah, that's usually a reason. It's not really an event. I guess it is an event.
Victor says no event at all. What was this? This was a good one.
The show must go on for Victor.
Yeah, Jeff says the apocalypse.
Okay.
The apocalypse is happening. And I like this one, though. Brittany says her grandpa wanted her brother to move his wedding because of an Ohio State game. Her brother refused, and so her grandpa wore headphones with a portable radio the whole wedding.
Well, that's commitment. I mean, he was there.
Uh-huh.
He didn't miss.
Yeah.
He could have not shown up.
Typical Ohio State fan, priorities all out of line.
What are you talking about? probably a big game.
You have to take into account, especially if you're in like Ohio State country, Buckeye country, you got to take into account when you're planning your wedding, you just got to know most people are going to be having one eye on one thing, one eye on the other.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Here's what I think. I think you can't say never. Now, it depends on when, like how far in advance you know this, but I think you can move the wedding date, and here's when. When it's something you and your significant other, your fiance, both agree on.
Yeah, you agree on it.
Like, let's say, here's an example. A big music festival gets announced. And it's like, oh, this is like 7 of our top artists that we want to see. You know what? And we've got plenty of time.
A music festival?
Yeah.
You're crazy. That's a terrible example.
That's a good example.
No, it's not.
Because you guys could share that moment. That'd be something that you love, and then you can still have the wedding. If you have the wedding that day, then you can only have one. And I'm all for having more special moments in life. The more special moments, the better.
I think you could move the wedding, but it's got to be for a good reason. And the other thing is, like, who's going to be the one to bring it up? You know?
Yeah.
Like, because if I bring it up, like, let's move the wedding. Even if I think she might be on board for it, it's a huge risk. If I even propose,
it is risky.
That as an option, because I might be like, oh no, she'll totally understand. And then she's going to be like, you really want to move the wedding? You would even consider that for the Super Bowl? For the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
I would. That's what I would consider it for.
Exactly.
If the Browns were the Super Bowl, we're moving the wedding.
If she's not a big enough fan of the Browns to move the wedding for the Super Bowl, then the Browns being in the Super Bowl.
But at the same time,
then you shouldn't be marrying her in the first place.
She has to understand, as my wife, how much that would mean to me.
Exactly.
This day is about both of us.
And ideally be a big enough fan that she's right there with you.
I'd like to be 100% in on the wedding. I don't want to be 50% in.
Exactly.
If I'm over here trying to figure out if the Browns are up by a score, down by a score, these are things. If it's a regular season game, no worries.
Yeah.
But if it's a Super Bowl?
AFC Championship, maybe?
Ooh, even that's, but now we're pushing it.
Because the Browns never really get there.
Exactly.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.